It's wonderful to see you all this morning. And I don't know how many of you were up at 2:15 like I was. Maybe feeling the vibe. I think I'm already starting to prepare for my trip tomorrow, and I'm starting the time change. So I think I'm already moving into this because tomorrow morning I leave with 31 other people to head to the Holy Lands. And it's kind of cool. This is a trip that has 5 decades of people represented from 5 states and from 5 different countries. So it's really going to be an extraordinary experience just being with this group of people. So I want to say a couple of things. I took some notes. I want to shout out to Shannon. Shannon and I are going to be trying to collaborate these next couple of weeks and bring you kind of updates or dispatches from the Holy Lands while I'm there. So Shannon, I want to thank you for that and for collaborating and being part of a team to pull this off. I also want to thank Shannon for the social media posts that she puts out there, because they help me prepare every Sunday, and quite frankly, they help me prepare for this little temple talk this morning. So I don't know if you all see it or if you see stuff on Instagram or Facebook, go ahead and like it or share it, because there's a lot of good information that Shannon puts out there. So thank you for that. I think it really does a wonderful job putting our hearts and our minds and our very posture in the right place to worship God. So I am filled with gratitude for the people of St. John's, all of you who have prepared me throughout my life to embrace this opportunity to travel to the Holy Lands and explore places important in Scripture and our faith formation. I am struck, though, by a comment made by a tour guide that our leader, Bishop Clennon, has worked with in the past. And this tour guide said, why are people always talking about going to the Holy Lands? Don't they know that what makes the Holy Lands holy is the people? And I'm thinking about how we are called to love God and love people, and we're not called to love a place. And I've been thinking about how we've been intentionally talking about building intentional relationships. And we've begun doing that here in our small groups, in our interactions with the community, including Come to the Table. And I'm thinking about the intentional relationships that I hope to build over the next 2 weeks, not just with those I travel with, but those I encounter, and certainly with each and every one of you. So this is all really stirring in me because of today's gospel lesson. And I'm not the preacher today. That's coming up later, but today's gospel lesson so beautifully illustrates this idea of building intentional relationships. It's the gospel that we know, the parable of the Good Samaritan. And I'm thinking about how the Good Samaritan, when he encountered the injured man and tended to his immediate needs, he dropped him off at an inn, but he came back the next day. He followed up. And I'm thinking about that as a model of intentional relationships. And the really cool thing is that on Friday, I will be walking that very road to Jericho where this parable is set. So what I'd like to do is, first of all, recognize I'm going to be relying on the kindness of others, the kindness of strangers, the kindness of others with a capital O, the kindness of people that maybe I've been taught to fear or be suspect of. So I'm asking you if you can help me by praying for me that I'm equipped with the eyes to see the humanity in everyone I encounter. And I pray that you ask that in these encounters, I respond with the grace and mercy that Jesus has demonstrated for us.